Look, I know a lot of you will disagree with me on this, but I believe that Intech RV is in the discussion as the best built travel trailer on the market today. Now, before you jump down my throat, hear me out all the way before you go, hey, wait a minute, I could buy something for that same price with like two pop outs. Hear me out before you get into that, because this is about quality of build. This isn't about square footage. This is about a company that is less money than Airstream, but is better quality, in my opinion. So let's start with obviously the aluminum frame. Instead of doing a steel frame like a lot of companies do with a lot of welds and inconsistency from companies like Lippard, they actually have an aluminum frame. So far, from what I've understood, since 2020, they have had zero problems with their frames collapsing, failing, because they don't overload the travel trailer with a bunch of stuff. Again, they don't do any slide outs or pop outs, as you may call them. The next thing I really want to point out is something nobody talks about. Now, Brinkley wants to talk about automotive seals, okay? Well, if you do a constructed unit like this, where you have one piece of fiberglass going on one side, if you actually look, there's no seams whatsoever, zero seaming right here in the middle of the trailer. You don't need an automotive style seal, okay? You don't need some of the seals and some of the things that Winnebago does, Forest River does, things of that nature, okay? If you actually look, everything is airtight in the way they seal from the front cap all the way to the back, which prevents water intrusion. So unlike a lot of other brands, which I won't name specifically on here, they don't have problems during the rainstorms of water getting in their coach, getting inside their underbelly, getting inside their outside kitchen, and rotting their floor out. Everything is sealed airtight. Even their windows are sealed airtight all the way around. Okay. Now, the other thing that I really want to point out is they put heavy duty axles and bigger tires standard now. Now, this was not the case. If you go buy a pre-owned one, let's say 2022, 2023, you have to be careful because the Rover package was not on every single unit. This is now standard across the board. It is a forced option to have the Rover package. Now, this is the Horizon. There's also the bigger ones, which is the Magnolia, the Willow, the Sycamore. You also have the Dusk, and you also have the Eclipse. If you look here, the GVWR is 4,000 pounds. You have 617 pounds of cargo. Now, most folks, that's not a lot of cargo. Well, it's a small 19-foot travel trailer. A 4,000-pound GVWR opens you up to a lot of SUVs, small light-duty trucks. You have that guy with the Toyota Tacoma, the Ford Ranger. They don't want to tow a Coleman 17B. They don't want to carry a Salem SFX. They want a higher quality, higher value travel trailer to go off on a dirt road. Maybe, I'm not talking about off-roading off the grid. I'm talking about maybe they want to go up to North Lake in California. Maybe they want to go to Cachuma Lake. Places where there are dirt roads and grass. I mean, not like bumpity bump on the middle of nowhere, but things of that nature. When we walked inside, now on the smaller ones, they come with smaller interior refrigerators, but you also get an outside 12-volt refrigerator as well. That is a window that is picture perfect for camping. Now, most people are going to ask, well, what if it cracks on the way out? Well, that's why it has a cover. It actually comes with a cover from the manufacturer to prevent you from having cracks and rocks hitting and destroying that windshield. By the way, your insurance company will cover it if that happens, if you have it covered, right? We look at the cabinetry, hidden hinges, thick cabinetry, real actual high quality material, not this fake stuff that a lot of people put on to lighten their coach because they have a slide out. You go look at most stuff with a slide out, the GVWR is a lot higher, the weight's higher, and they use cheaper stuff in the interior of the coach. That's not to say there's a problem with it. Not everybody wants to spend $40,000, $45,000 on a travel trailer. I get it. The price tag, you for 45 grand, you could go buy a nice used fifth wheel with 5 pop outs. I get it. This is not for that guy. This is for that person looking for that high quality travel trailer that's not going to break down on you every month. Is it perfect? No, there's no such thing as perfect in the RV industry. Okay? But look at all the seals around. There's no spacing anywhere around the cabinetry. See the top of this? There's no spacing anywhere. It's sealed airtight. You don't see this in Grand Design anymore. You don't see this in Brinkley. You don't see this in Forest River. You don't see this in Keystone. You don't see this in every product. Okay? Now, here's where I have an issue. And this is me personally, okay? This is my only complaint about this company is the bathroom feels like you're in a submarine, okay? But again, nobody's perfect. But at the same time, I'd rather have a better built travel trailer with a submarine bathroom because you're not supposed to sit in there for 45 minutes like you do at your house, playing on Twitter and playing on Instagram Reels and TikTok Reels. And ladies, if you know what I'm talking about, please let me know in the comments because you know what I'm referring to with husbands, if you get my drift, or boyfriends. So the reality is that this is in the conversation. And I know it's going to start a disagreement. I'm okay with a disagreement. Okay. My opinion, I've been selling them for a while. Every person I have sold one to absolutely loves it. And finding them used is really hard because people hold on to them because they're so good quality. Now, in the top right-hand corner of this video, I'm going to actually attach a walkthrough video I did on another floor plan of this size. You guys let me know what you think. Until next time, remember that RV always stands for toolkit and sense of humor.